branches nationwide. ADB, Truly, Agric, and more. Our business sense today comes from A.G. Lafley and Roger Martin. Now, they both say winning should be at the heart of every strategy. Winning should be at the heart of every strategy. So whatever plan you put in place, whatever strategy you put in place, whatever methods you employ, why are you even employing all those methods? It is to win. Really, that's the end. Every plan, every strategy, everything you employ should be geared towards winning. It should either deliver the final result or it should be part of the process that delivers the final result. Because when you win, you do a number of things. You can attract the biggest talent to join the winning team. Your establishment grows in profile. You can take on bigger tasks, which will ultimately bring bigger rewards. So winning should always be at the heart of strategy. That's our business sense for the morning, brought to us by ADB. ADB, Truly, Agric, and more. This is still the Citi Breakfast Show. We'll come back at you in a bit with the newspaper review. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. to give your engine the very best in terms of performance and protection, even under the most extreme temperature and pressure. Choosing Quartz from Total Energies is choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz keep your engine younger for longer.
Yes, I can be. See, I can be anything I want to be. All I have to do is put my mind to it, and I can do it. So what I want you to do is put your fist in the sky and say it with me. I can be.
6:32. Let me welcome my guys, Godfred Akotoboafo and Richard Delasky. Guys, good morning. How are we doing?
Good morning.
Good morning, Nathan.
Good morning.
It's a mixed morning for me, and the weather kind of reflects how I'm feeling. It looks like the weather wants to rain. It doesn't want to rain. Yeah. It sprinkles small, then the sun will smile small.
Yeah, I feel like the guy on duty.
He's compromised. He's taking from both sides. He's doing MPP and DC. As to be a court case there, he's just trapped. He's not doing it up there. But also, like, kind of mixed morning for me because, today we are breaking bread with Ichi.
Yes.
Ichi is visiting.
Yes.
We'll have a very interesting morning. We'll talk a number of things. Music, we'll talk music. We'll talk the creative space.
Maybe so.
Talk about other things.
Charlie, morning is going to be good.
No, this is your typical morning.
Oh,
and if you want to understand the various elements of music, how they can be pulled together to create a sense of, joy, affection, dexterity, and all of that.
I'm wearing you see a fifth dimension.
We'll find out what the fifth dimension is. We'll ask you what the fifth dimension is.
How do you get there? There are two ways according to books. You can be elevated spiritually, or you can be elevated organically. But also very sad morning nice school children perishing in Botiano. It's on the back page of the Daily Graphic today. That's where I'll start my heritage.
The last 2 weeks have been filled with either buildings going down or people drowning.
Yeah, I mean, apparently this is not the first time it's happening this year. It's happened in other parts of the country. And also last year we saw a similar tragedy. And yesterday I was so livid when I watched the news on our channel, and
somebody was talking.
I was just heartbroken, and also seeing clips from elsewhere and photographs from elsewhere. I do not think that we have been responsible as a people and as a government, and it's important that those in leadership look at things like this and do something about them. And the fact that as we speak, to the best of my knowledge, I've not had the benefit of seeing a statement from the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, or maybe Ministry of Education, or Ministry of Transport, which are the related state agencies in this particular space, either going there to console, the people and promising that they will fix the problem that got these kids killed.
And you can't,
but
because
we are told that some of them are outside doing a roadshow with our educational sector. I mean, yes, if you want to expose our educational sector to the world, do that. But the idea that people will be dying, students will be dying just because they want to go access education.
Completely unacceptable. The last time this happened in another part of the country, and there was an interview, I think we actually even played that interview here with the man who runs that municipality or that district, who was saying, well, the students should have come with their own life jackets. I remember that very infuriating interview.
The tragedy
and it's not been 2 months. We've had another incident in another district that is similar in geography or topography to this one, and we did not learn any lessons from that particular. In fact, last week, a teacher on his way to teach kids also drowned.
Yeah, somewhere
in the Volta region, if you recall.
Acceptable.
We need to do something about this. So back page of the Daily Graphic has that story. 9 school children perished in Botiano Canoe disaster. Things must change. On the front page, Ghana to reap full benefit from lithium. This is the president speaking, and also the graphic MD has been urging stakeholders. He says, commit to environmental action for sustainable future.
Ideally, that story about lithium should find its expression elsewhere. The lead story in a country that actually cares about, social protection and all of these things, they would have made the headlines with the the story from the Wager area. It is completely it should be in the faces of our leaders so that they do something about it. The Ghanaian Times says this morning, Ghana to ban raw material exploitation. Please, I mean, what matters this morning really should be 9 children dying in a boat disaster. That's on the front page, but not with the prominence that we've given to this so-called ban we want to place on the exploitation of raw materials. Also this morning, application against processes to impose jail term on Ato Asian dismissed. And the court agrees to hear injunction application against NDC today.
The Daily Guide has the tragedy on their front page, tragedy at Wager. 9 school kids drowned. They have that story, and one of the deceased school kids being carried away by some community members. Really, really sad.
The media must be sensitive and lead the narrative on this.
Yeah, and now Ato Asian's freedom in limbo. Apparently, something happened in court yesterday. I'll give you details. Adjo Asafo is on the front page of the paper in a very nice photo with the chief of staff, Frema Osei Opare.
Let me take you to the Ghanaian Observer. Government to ban exportation of bauxite, iron ore. It's the same narrative. NDC's primaries in limbo. RTI application to go online, according to the Minister for Information. And Vice President Baumia Lord's work on new GMPC office. And local vaccine production. President charges NVI board to expedite action. The Ghanaian Observer doesn't have anything on the front page on this tragedy.
Front page of the Republic Press paper. They are dealing a lot with politics this morning. They say D-Day for NDC. The NDC will be in court. I'll give you details. We will cook after payment of arrears. School feeding caterers insist. The Agric Minister, Brian Achampo, is also the front page of the paper. The Agric Ministry to introduce rice seed tracking system to improve production. What we require is what the Deputy Chief Executive Director of the CSIR told us. They need investment to move the rice varieties that they have researched on and are growing there. That one is what they need money for, so that we can grow more rice. And then Ato Asian makes it to the front page of the paper. And I don't know what it is with people these days and machetes. 45-year-old Mason butchers final year student over 5 Ghana cedis.
Let me take you to the Finder. Banking sector solvent and strong to support economic growth, according to the BOG. And it comes with the photograph of Mrs. Elsie Ado Apaji, who is the deputy chief of the Bank of Ghana. Also, 9 kids die in Botiano. This disaster we're talking about this morning. And then also, Dr. Baumia impressed with progress of work on GMPC operational office. And then also the story about the president aiming to ban the export of raw materials at some point.
The Ghanaian Publisher goes with the Minerals Resources stakeholders meeting that was held yesterday. That dominates their front pages. But down there is a story that gives cause for concern. Boku Senior High School teachers seeking transfer. According to the headmaster, of course, we all know what is happening there.
If you go to the ABC News, to go to jail or not, court throws out Ato Asian's Plan B. Also, there's an editorial that's talking about the NDC's voter register brouhaha. And they're saying EC did the right thing. And then also, Gansalt Nambo sets up committee to look into collapse of church building at Old Botiano. And if you go to the New Crusading Guide, quickly, if I may, Abdul Malik Kwekubako files affidavit in opposition to Kennedy Ejapong's application for leave to adduce fresh evidence on appeal against High Court. It's actually High Court. There's a printer's devil intervening the judgment. Also, raw bauxite, iron ore, export to SEFA ban, President says.
My final paper will be the Inquisitor newspaper, and they are continuing their focus on the decline of Kumasi. I will read that. They have titled this series, The Garden City to the Garbage Dump, and they have put the mayor of Kumasi on the front page of the paper. Sampine, good morning.
Let me give you the front page of the Herald. I have an image of the front page. And it says, EC reveals NDC's headaches go beyond Dufour's court action. Other stories, Akufo-Addo is done with you. Don't expect miracles, Mahama tells Ghanaians. SSNIT rolls out pension for self-employed workers. South boat disaster claims 9 lives, government blamed. And spotted on, this one says, trending picture, company discriminates against Ghanaian job seekers. And it's in relation to an ad that's on the Spintex Road per the Herald's front page. And the ad says that the applicants should be a European, Indian, or Lebanese. That's what the Herald is saying on its front page. If you go online, CitiNewsroom.com says 12-year-old was paddling canoe that drowned 9 at Wejagbawe. That's according to the MCE. The president says Galamsey still exists. Let's all get on board to fight it. Dufour injunction, NDC pushes for out-of-court settlement. And like we do know, the NDC's primaries in limbo because of the court case that will be heard today. So hopefully we should get an update from the court as the day goes on. Other stories, if you go to citybusinessnews.com, catch your rates before asking banks to reduce lending rates, economists to BOG. BOG urges commercial banks to lower lending rates as inflation figures decline. GSA shuts down Furnace Metal for operating without certification. That's all on citybusinessnews.com. If you go to citysportsonline.com, on the U23 AFCON, Black Meteors must be prepared to beat any team. That's according to Freda Champon. Another story is throwback to when John Pencil tried to distract Nigeria's Yakubu Aigbeni. And there's a video of John Pencil reaching for Yakubu Aigbeni's nether regions. John Pencil and his shenanigans. Bernard Morrison is here. He scores an important goal for Young